Welcome to my afternoon walk. I'm going to take you to this place here, my favorite place to watch sunsets. It's not quite ready for a sunset, but I have a few minutes, so I wanted to talk to you about what I've learned from my guides and how appreciative I am that they reached out to me. And 2008, when the financial crisis came, I was not a very happy camper. Had $2.1 million in real estate. I've been working 2 jobs, wanted to retire early, and so I was working very hard to do that, and the financial crisis kind of put a hold on that. Lost almost everything we had. Lost our house, moved to a new place. And in that place, there was 2 guides that I was introduced to. Rob was the guide, was one of the guys in the neighborhood. His boy was in the scouts with me, and we'd go and we'd have campouts, and we'd sit around the campfire, and we all loved to just hear about Rob's stories and insights. And one day I was talking to him about how I wanted to earn some extra money, and he said, well, you want to know what I do to earn extra money? Sure, I'm always curious. Encourage you to be curious too. And he said, well, I help people as a life coach. So he told me what he did. He walked me through my goals, my life dreams, and he started me out on a few assignments. The first one was that I had to read. Leaders were readers, he said. He wanted me to read a book a month. He had a list of books. I said, Rob, I don't think I can go through a book a month. It's been like a year since I read a book, or it takes me a long time. So you need to get better at it. And he wanted me to listen to 3 or 4 good audios, inspiring audios a day. A day? Who's got time for that? He told me how to find time in the nooks and crannies of life, in a commute or bathroom or mowing the lawn. As I read these books, I started to feel more positive about life and start to understand differences in people. For one thing, I started understanding that my wife's, I always thought she criticized me, and I thought, well, she must not love me. Then I read about 5 different love languages people had, and I realized her feedback to me was her gift. And one of the ways that I receive love is words of affirmation, and she doesn't have that need, so she doesn't communicate that way. So once I understood that, I just realized, oh, she does love me. It was just my perception of what she was saying, how she was saying it. And my family started to listen to these and read these books also. One daughter was in college and decided, hey, I want to think big. I want to have my own business, so she quit college. Our family truly benefited by Rob and the guide he was to our family. At the time, he was just starting his career. Now he's a multi-millionaire. He helps millions of people. I don't know, all across the world, actually. Goes traveling and talking, helping people, guiding them to think better and have better outlook on their life. So I'm extremely appreciative of that guy that I've had in my life. Rob Robson, if you ever hear of him. So I started to do the same thing to other people, to help guide them. I was talking to one guy, and hadn't really was talking to him and helping him through his business, and he said, "Oh, you really need to coach people." So, okay, yeah. So I decided I'd learn more about it. Went to a training. So I've been able to guide quite a few people, and it's been quite a joyful activity that I do. Just recently, I'm working with a doctor, fabulous, brilliant doctor, but he was having a hard time sleeping, staying up awake at night, thinking about where he works, things that weren't working well. He was just a new doctor, but had a fabulous gift. Helped me with my shoulder, like nobody has been able to do. And as we walked, I talked to him about his goals and dreams. We talked about once we got talking about his 3-year goal, he realized what he was experiencing now was just a blip, and that he could see the beautiful future he had in store in the next 3 years of his life. Asked him yesterday, "Are you sleeping better?" He said, "Oh yeah, thank you so much." He said, that's the kind of thing that I've really enjoyed, being able to help guide people. My daughter, she now guides teenage girls in a juvenile facility, and her passion also is to help these young girls, and we share techniques back and forth. That's been fun. My other daughter, she has picked up so many awesome sayings. One of the sayings, when she hears somebody having a bad time, a hard time, she says, "Oh, that'll make a good story." So that's her good attitude. I was driving down the road with her one day behind a truck, and I was a little annoyed that it was going slow, and it was a long road, and the truck, there wasn't an opportunity to pass the truck. And I said, "Oh, I wish that truck would get out of my way." And she said, "Speak it into existence, Dad." So I said, "Okay, truck, I need you to move now so I can go past you." And it wasn't within just a short while. The truck turned. I was able to go through it. But that's just the power of positive thinking. Makes life a lot more enjoyable than negative thinking. Chapter 2 of How to Win Friends and Influence People is dedicated to criticizing, condemning, and complaining. And that was one of the first chapters that really struck with me, that how we can make our lives miserable instead of seeing them as a blessing. These are the kind of things that I really enjoyed having guides to. I couldn't have figured these things out on my own. I guess I could have. I didn't. I was 40 years old, overweight, not very happy. When Rob says, "Well, why are you working so hard?" I said, "Oh, so I can have more time with my family and be happy." "Well, why don't you just do that then? Spend more time with your family and be happy." "You mean I can do that now?" "Yep. So can you."